Hello students, in this video we will be learning about demodulation of AM. We just now completed the generation of amplitude modulation. Generation means by taking message and carrier, we are generating the amplitude modulated signal. What we are discussing now, I put the heading as a demodulation of AM. What is it meaning? Now, we are having a modulated signal. By taking that modulated signal at the destination, we need to get back our message. Are you getting my point? So why we done modulation? For transmitting our message. I already discussed it. So from that modulated signal, we are getting back our message. That is called demodulation of AM. For demodulation of AM, there are three types of circuits are available. One is square law demodulator. Second one is not switching demodulator. The famous one, which is envelope detection. Coming to third one is called synchronous detection, also called coherent detection, also called product demodulator. All the three names remember, demodulator. Because one objective question came in the engineering service examination by including these three options, and option D is something else they given. So which of the following is not for the demodulation of AM, he asked. Now come to the brief explanation of each and every one, and we'll go for in detail also. This first one and second one, square law and envelope, for mu less than 1 only they can work properly. And this one can be, I can say, any value of modulation index. And in the starting I told what is the introduction of modulation index, students? The introduction of modulation index is for the envelope detection, I told. By that point I will clarify you, wait. Anyhow, out of the three, what is the preferred one for demodulation of AM, sir? The preferred one for demodulation of AM is envelope detection. Why, sir? Why envelope detection is preferred, sir? Because envelope detection is a simple and a less cost circuit. It is simple and less cost circuit. Because where we are using amplitude modulation in AM radio. Radio means broadcasting. Number of transmitters are 1, receivers are huge. Receiver means demodulator circuit. I can say each and every mobile is one demodulator. Of course, now we are using the FM radio, like we are also having the AM radio. Generally, you can observe in the cars, like any special radio, if you purchase, you will get it. Are you understanding my point? Now, what is the problem with the first one? It is also simple circuit. This is practically not achievable. Two parameters are there, like signals and noise ratio and efficiency. Both are not achievable here. That I will do in the derivation. Now coming to the third one, synchronous or coherent. It is one of the good one, but it's a complex. So what are the demodulators we are having nowadays? Synchronous detections only. So whether for DSB, SSB, VSB, even for FM, in the digital communication also same, synchronous with the small modifications. Are you understanding my point or not? So now we will discuss each by each, square law, envelope and synchronous. Anyhow, what we are using is envelope detection. Now we will discuss about the square law demodulator. What is the demodulation, sir? By taking the modulated signal, we are bringing back our message. What is the modulation, sir? By taking message and carrier, we are generating the modulated signal. Now, from that modulated, we are getting back our original message. We are having three: square law demodulator, envelope, synchronous. The first one we are discussing, that is square law demodulator. What is the block diagram, sir? As the name itself is saying, we are having a square law device. What is the input we are giving, sir? Input is the amplitude modulated signal. So here input is SAM of t. What is the output we are expecting, sir? Our modulated signal. Sorry, our message signal. Message is a low frequency one. So always in the demodulator side, the last block will be the low pass filter. From where to where we are designing this low pass filter, sir? This low pass filter exactly we are designing to pass only our message which is from 0 to omega. If you want, same will be in the negative side, minus omega m to plus omega. Square law device I already called as a non-linear device. What is the input-output relation of a non-linear device? Try to recall. For example, here I am calling some V of t. What is the input-output relation of a non-linear device, sir? The input-output relation is output equal to some A1 into input. Input is our amplitude modulated signal plus A2 into SAM of t whole square plus A3 into SAM of t whole cube plus and so on. Of course, from here onwards, there is no need of terms because blocked by the low pass filter. Because low pass filter is is passing only the components below omega. Now, what is SAM of t, sir? Let's take the general expression number 1, AC into 1 plus Ka into M of t into cos 2 pi f c. Substitute in the above expression, sir. Just what is V of t equal to A1 into AC into 1 plus Ka into M of t into cos 2 pi f c t plus substitute here A2 into, this should be square. Are you following my point? This should be square means AC square plus 1 plus Ka into M of t whole square into cos square 2 pi f c. Following my point? Just expand. Then A1 into AC into 1. A1 AC. Last term also let me write, which is into cos 2 pi f c. Plus A1 into AC common. Ka into M of t into cos 2 pi f c. Plus, now if you are observing this one, it is a plus b whole square formula. In the a plus b whole square formula, what is the first term? A square means 1 square is 1. So, A2 AC square into cos square 2 pi f c. Plus I am writing here. Plus, what is the second term? B square. Okay. A2 AC square. B square means Ka square M square of t cos square 2 pi f c. Following my point or not? What is the last term? 2ab. So 2 I am writing starting A2 AC square. Following or not? A2 AC square 2 I written in the starting. A B. A means 1. B is Ka into M of t into cos square 2 pi f c. Following my point or not? Just last step is wherever there is a cos square, write as a 1 plus cos 2a. That is 1 plus cos 4 pi f c t by 2. Are you following my point? So, I am writing here. Let's take V of t equal to students. What is the first term, students? First term is A1 AC cos 2 pi f c t. Kept as it is. A1 AC cos 2 pi f c t. Plus, what is the second term, students? A1 AC Ka M of t cos 2 pi f c t. What is it? A1 AC Ka M of t into cos 2 pi f c t. Next term. What is the next term? A2 AC square cos square. Cos square is written as 1 plus cos 2a. 1 plus cos 4 pi fct by 2. So 1 by 2 into this one, I am writing directly separately. So a2 ac square by 2 plus a2 ac square by 2 into cos 2a. Na? So cos 4 pi fct plus, see the next term. If you see the next term, cos square is 1 plus, same thing. So what is there? a2 ac square, try to see, ka square m square of t by 2 plus a2 ac square ka square m square of t by 2 into cos 4 pi fct plus, see the last term, already 2 is there. What is the 2 cos square formula? The 2 cos square formula is, already 2 is there, means by 2 this 2 will be cancelled. So 1 plus we have to write. 1 plus means I can say a2 ac square ka into m of t plus a2 ac square ka into m of t into cos 4 pi fct. Just what I done? Just I replaced cos square a by 1 plus cos 2a format here, but 2 is there, so the 2 is not in the last term. This is given where, sir? This is given to low pass filter. I am writing the low pass filter output directly. Low pass filter is allowing up to where, sir? Up to omega m. What is the first frequency, sir? If you see the first frequency is fc. fc is far away when compared with omega m block. What is the next one, sir? M of t into cos. Any signal multiplying with the cos, m of t frequencies are shifting to fc. So fc minus omega m to fc plus omega m. Even fc minus omega m also far greater than when compared with the omega m block. Don't bother about DC values, we can block by using capacitor. This is already 2fc still blocked. Now see the next term. Next term is m square. M square is having frequencies from where to where? If m of t having minus omega m to plus omega m square will be there from minus 2 omega m to plus 2 omega m. And we are already passing up to omega m, means some of the components of that is passing, because it is having up to 2 omega m, but we are passing up to omega m. Some of the components of that is passing, so this term is passed. What is that? a2 ac square ka square m square of t by 2 plus, see the next term, m square into cos 4 pi fct. 4 pi fct means 2fc frequency. 2fc minus 2 omega m to 2fc plus 2 omega m. Why I am calling 2 omega m? Because this is m square. That is also very far from omega m. Next one, if you clearly see our message. So a2 ac square ka m of t. See the last term, students. If you see the last term is m of t shifted to 2fc. That is also high frequency limit. If you see in those two terms, what is our desired, what is not desired? Our desired is m of t. So that is called signal. What is coming rather than desired is called noise. So in the square law demodulator, along with some message, along with our message, we are also getting undesired frequencies, which is called noise. Let me calculate signal to noise ratio, then we will see about it. Let me get the maximum value. What is the signal value? a2 ac square ka m of t divided by, what is the noise? a2 ac square ka square m square of t. If you do that one, what is remaining? a2 ac square cancel, 1 by 1 ka cancel, 1 m of t cancelled. Still, if I substitute m of t is am cos 2 pi fmt, am into ka is called mu, so 1 by mu. maximum value of cos 2 pi f mt is 1. So signal to noise ratio of a square law demodulator we got 1 by mu. And we want signal to noise ratio is more or less. Signal to noise ratio should be more. If signal to noise ratio should be more, what about the mu value? Should be less. So I am writing here. If mu value is less, signal to noise ratio is good. Very good. Good point. But if mu value is less, what about the efficiency? Also less, because efficiency of AM modulator increases as mu value. Are you understand my point or not? So, if you want to get a higher efficiency, mu should be more. If mu is more, signal to noise ratio is less. Once asked in the interview of UPSC examination, engineering services exam, why square law demodulator is practically not preferred? Beta, signal to noise ratio we want more, efficiency more, but both are not achievable here in practical. So that's why square law demodulator is practically not preferred. Next, for example, envelope detector and synchronous. There are three techniques are there: square law demodulator, envelope, synchronous. Suppose envelope and synchronous has gone for vacation to the Goa. Both are going to vacation. Both are gone to vacation. Then what is only left? We have to go with the square law demodulator only. Then what is the preferable value of modulation index? What is the preferable percentage of modulation index is? Still we get some satisfactory results if we are going less than or equal to 20%. That is mu less than 0.2. Still you will get some satisfactory result. Anyhow, this is about the square law demodulator. At least remember the signal to noise ratio, that is 1 by mu. Practically not preferred because both we need more, but both are not achievable in practical. Anyhow, preferable value, if both are not available, less than 20%. Now we will discuss the, before going into the envelope detection, let's see the waveforms of a amplitude modulated signal. Let us assume message signal M of is a sinusoidal one. Generally carrier is a AC cos 2 pi FCT. Its frequency is more. For showing symbolically, I taken more number of cycles. Now I want to draw the AM signal waveform for all the three possible cases. All the three possible cases means first I am writing for under modulation. Under modulation means whatever the mu value less than 1. Are you getting my point or not? What is the A minimum formula we got? We got A minimum formula is, students, AC into 1 minus mu. Here mu value is less than 1. So 1 minus mu is positive. So you will get positive. AC is anyhow positive only. Now I am drawing the AM signal waveform in the under modulation case. A minimum is positive, meaning is, you will understand, see. This is the AM signal you will get in the under modulation case. This is starting from AC, it goes up to A max and it comes up to A minimum. Are you getting my point? Now, this is of course the carrier. Now try to see the carrier amplitude before and after modulation. Before modulation, the carrier amplitude is always constant, but after modulation, the amplitude of carrier is going to vary according with our message. Are you getting my point or not? Now here, I told A minimum value is positive. This is the meaning of A minimum is positive. Now I am writing the waveform of a AM signal in the second situation, that is critical modulation. Critical modulation means what is the mu value? 1. Mu value is 1 means what is the A minimum value? A minimum value is AC into 1 minus mu. Mu value is 1 means A minimum is 0. Means A minimum is touching the x-axis. Let's see the waveforms. What is the amplitude modulated signal waveform? In the under modulation case, we already seen. Now we are drawing the AM modulated signal waveforms in the over modulation. What is this value? Is AC. This is nothing but A max, and see here A minimum is touching the x-axis. Try to observe the positive envelope of AM signal in all the cases, and try to see how the amplitude of a carrier is going to be varies according to the amplitude of a message. Last case, we are writing for over modulation. Over modulation means mu value greater than 1. Then what about the A minimum value? A minimum value is, students, AC into 1 minus mu. Mu is greater than 1, so A minimum is negative. Now follow. If I draw the waveform here, A minimum value is negative. Of course, this is AC, this is A max, this is A minimum. Now you can see A minimum comes in the negative side because here mu value greater than 1, A minimum we got less than 1. Try to see how the positive envelope of AM signal is going to varies in all the 3 cases. After observing that, try to see the positive envelope of AM, in which cases positive envelope is equal to our message. Maybe shifted above, don't bother about the DC value. This is the positive envelope, this is the positive envelope, this is the positive envelope in the over modulation case. If you see the positive envelope in all the 3 cases, where is the positive envelope is equal to our message? Clearly observe, the positive envelope is equal to our message in critical and under modulation. In over modulation, you can see the positive envelope, it's clearly differ from the message. Maybe adding the DC value is shifted above, you can draw a line like that, you can observe. Why I am saying about positive envelope, students? Because whatever may be the input we are giving to envelope detector output is always positive. Means always positive peaks. If you are giving under modulator or critical modulated signal, also it will give the positive peaks. Positive peaks are nothing but a message there. But in over modulation, positive peaks are not our message. Why we have to go for envelope detection? Simple and less cost. Are you following my point or not? So that's why if I go for envelope detection is nothing but a positive peak detector. Are you getting my point or not? Positive peak detector, so the positive peak should be equal to our message because it is using for the demodulation of AM, where the positive peaks are equal to our message only in under critical modulation. Anyhow, critical modulation is not possible, so we can go for a under modulation, then only envelope detection can work. then the positive peaks are exactly equal to our message. See the problem based on they given on AM signal waveform. What is the question they given? When a sinusoidal test tone frequency omega m he given in the radians. So he given a single frequency is applied to the input of a modulation in is applied to the input of a modulator, not modulation, input of a modulator in AM broadcasting. The modulated waveform shown in the figure where omega c is the carrier frequency and this is the AM signal waveform. What is the A max value given? 150. A minimum value is given 30. Now what we need to calculate in the first question, find modulation index. Second question, calculate LSB, USB, PC, PT powers. Third problem, calculate what is the PEP. PEP means peak envelope power. Peak envelope power over 60 ohm load. Fourth question, determine modulation efficiency. Fifth question, determine the amplitude and phase of a additional carrier which must be added. Additional carrier must be added to the waveform to attain a modulation index of first question 20%, second question 80%. That is the given problem. Are you understand my point or not? Now let's do the one by one. What is the first question they are asking students? They are asking find modulation index. What is the modulation index formula from the waveforms, students? We know modulation index mu equal to A max minus A minimum divided by A max plus A minimum. What is the A max value given, students? 150. A minimum value given 30. So 150 minus 30, 120. 150 plus 30, 180. So 2 by 3. First question done. What is the second question? Calculate LSB, USB, PC, PT. Sir, the power of the LSB and the power of the USB both are same. We know PC into mu square by 4. So calculate PC is AC square by 2R. What is the AC value? Directly not given. What is the AC formula we have? I am writing here. AC formula from those two is A max plus A minimum divided by 2. What is A max, sir? 150. A minimum 30. 150 plus 30, 180 divided by 2 will be 90. So 90 square divided by resistance is not mentioned. See in the second problem, no resistance mentioned. Third problem they mentioned. But in the second problem, no resistance value mentioned means 1 ohm. If you calculate this one, 90 square, 9 square is 81, double zero, so you can add 8 100 by 2. So I can say 4050. Power means watts anyhow. Now substitute this value here. PC value is 4050 into mu. What is the mu? See there. Mu is 2 by 3. So 2 square is 4. Are you getting my point or not? 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. Already the denominator 4 into 9. Are you following my point or not? Then directly written here PC means AC square by 2R. Then 4 cancelled and divide with 9. If I divide with 9, how much will come? So 9 3s will be 9 3s, not 9 4. 9 4 will be 32 or 9. 1 second. So 4 will be cancelled. 9 4s are 36. then 45 will be there. So if we calculate, it will be 450 watt. Why? Because 9 4s 36, 4 remaining, 45, 9 5s 45, 0 as it is. So it will be 450 watt. Are you following my point? Now, LSB you got, USB you got, carrier you got. Then what is asking next one, total power. Can I say total power PT equal to PC plus USB plus LSB. What is the PC value, sir? 40, 50 you got. Sorry, 4050 you got. Plus that value is 450 plus 450. 450 plus 450, 900 plus this one. So 4950 watt. Are you following my point? Next, see the third problem. What is the PEP? Peak envelope power across 60 ohm load. So I can say directly the peak envelope power is nothing but, what is the peak value? 150. So can I say the formula is A max square by 2 into R resistance. A max is 150. So 150 square divided by 2, resistance is given 60 ohm, because he is asking over the 60 ohm load. If we calculate, you will get 187.6, I think. 187 is exact, 187.6 or 5 will come. 187 watts will come. Next, what is asking, sir? Determine modulation efficiency. What is the modulation efficiency formula, sir? Modulation efficiency eta equal to mu square by 2 plus mu square. What is the mu value? 2 by 3 whole square by 2 plus mu. 2 by 3 whole square. You will get 2 by 11. Are you getting my point or not? Next, come to the sixth question. What is the sixth question is asking? Determine amplitude and phase. Determine amplitude and phase of a additional carrier must be added to the waveform to attain modulation index of 20-80%. What is actually AM signal? We know SAM of T equal to AC. What is the AC values are? 90 into 1 plus mu. What is the mu, sir? 2 by 3 means 0.66. So 0.667 you can say into cos omega mt into cos omega ct. This is our AM signal. Now what he is saying, for this signal, additional carrier, how much we have to add to get these modulation indexes. So we need to calculate amplitude and phase. So plus some AC cos omega ct we are adding. Now take the common. Means this is 90 cos omega ct, AC cos omega ct. So this will come 90 plus AC. If I take directly common, 1 plus. This is the mu value. What is the mu? Is nothing but AM by AC. I am writing here, try to follow. Mu is nothing but AM by AC, which is nothing but a 2 by 3. We already got AC value 90 by 3 will be how much? 30. 32s are 60. So this is, I can write a 60 divided by 90 plus A into cos omega mt into cos omega ct. Now, what is this AC? What is it AC value we need to add? That is nothing but our modulation index. This value should be becoming modulation index of 20% and 80%. Follow. So, that 60 divided by 90 plus AC value should be equal to 0.2, and 60 by 90 plus AC value should be equal to 0.8. Now in this case, you will get AC value is 210, angle of 0. In this case, you will get AC value minus 15. So 15 angle of 180. That is the new values you must and should add to get the modulation indices of 0.2 and 0.8, because 20% means 0.2, 80% means 0.8. I am repeating one more time. See, mu value, formula A max minus A minimum by A max plus A minimum. 150 minus 30, 120 by 150 plus 30, 180, 2 by 3 is already 150, 30 given. Next we need to calculate LSB and USB power. PC into mu square by 4. PC value I calculated, AC square by 2R, AC formula A max minus A minimum by 2, 90 you got, substituted here, 4050 you got. And substitute this value here, 450 watt. USB 450, LSB 450. Next, if we substitute here, then PT equal to PC plus USB plus LSB, 4050 plus 450 plus 450, 4950. And he is asking peak envelope power. What is the peak envelope power? A max whole square by 2R. So 150 square by 2 into 160, you will get 187 point something. Next he is asking efficiency. Mu square by 2 plus mu square, substitute 2 by 11. Last problem is asking what is the additional carrier you need to add and what is the carrier amplitude and phase I got to get the modulation indices of 0.2 and 0.8, 20 and 80%. Are you getting my point or not? You got 210 as well as 15. Here 210 and no phase will come 0 degree. Here minus 15 will come. So it is as a 180 degrees I written minuses. Next to see synchronous reduction. What is a synchronous reduction? Also called coherent or also called productive demodulator I told. Where the synchronous reduction can work for any value of mu. There is no constraint on the mu. But if you take envelope reduction, is working only for mu less than 1. That is for under modulation. Why? Because envelope reduction is giving only the positive peaks. That should be equal to our message. In under modulation only, that is equal to our message. Do you got my point? Now, coming to the block diagram of a synchronous reduction, simple. What it is having is, it is having a multiplier followed by a low pass filter. What is the input we are giving to the multiplier? The amplitude modulated signal. What is the another input we are giving is, it is given from the local oscillator. LO means local oscillator, which is same frequency phase as the original carrier. No need of same amplitude. I already told that always the last block in the demodulators are low pass filter to get back our message M of t. Got my point or not? So, the block diagram of synchronous reduction, multiplier followed by low pass filter. Number of times it will comes. For demodulation of DSB, SSB, VSB, even in EFM in the digital receivers also. What is the amplitude modulated signal, sir? Let's take the general expression. The general expression for amplitude modulated signal is, students, SAM of t equal to AC into 1 plus Ka into M of t into cos 2 pi fct or omega ct. Anything is fine. Now, in the synchronous reduction, you will get the faithful output or proper output. Still, you will understand better after the derivations also. What is a faithful or better output is nothing but, here, to get the proper M of t or faithful M of t, you can take. Faithful means getting our M of t exactly. So, to get that one, the frequency and the phase of A, the transmitted carrier should be in synchronous with or in coherent with the local oscillator output, or in the reverse manner if I say, because here we are making the modifications. The local oscillator output frequency and phase should be in synchronous or should be coherent with the original received carrier. Got my point or not? Then only you will get the faithful output. For example, transmitter and a receiver is designed by ourselves only. For example, transmitter and a receiver is designed by ourselves only. Now, in the transmission side, for example, carrier frequency I am using 1 megahertz of phase 0. In the receiver side, in the local oscillator also, I am using 1 megahertz and a 0 degree phase. Then both will be same na? If both are same, then what is the meaning of putting as a synchronous? Are you following my point or not? What I am saying is, if I maintain, because I know the knowledge of a transmitter and a receiver, both are designed by ourselves only. What is the carrier frequency? What is the phase we are using in transmitter? Same if I maintain in the receiver also, then both are already same. Means, at the FM station they are radiating at 98.3. In mobile also if you keep 98.3, both are directly same. But what is the background we don't know. But here frequencies are same, will keep. What is the background is going on, we don't know. Means, whenever if you radiate the signal of 1 megahertz at the transmitter, whenever it is coming to the receiver side, because of adding the noise. What is the noise, sir? Noise means any unwanted signal except our signal. Any unwanted signal except our signal. Maybe because of traffic, maybe because of atmosphere, because of rains, thunderstorms, like anything. Because of adding the noise, this 1 megahertz, when we are coming to the receiver side, it may not be 1 megahertz. It's always fluctuating from, for example, 0.9 to 1 megahertz or 0.9 to 1.1 megahertz. And how it is fluctuating, we don't know. How much is fluctuating also, we don't know. This is a general value written. Means, our class is going on in this classroom. Can we know when the disturbance will come from the external source? Means when the disturbance will comes from the outside. Can you know what is the volume of the disturbance? Can we know when it is affecting our class? We don't know. Means noise is a parameter. Noise is a parameter. We don't know how it is affecting our signal. Understand my point or not? So, it's always fluctuating in between values. Means even though if I maintain the same 1 megahertz in the receiver, both are not matches. So you will get some fluctuations in the output. So if you want constant output or faithful output, these fluctuations you have to nullify, or according to this one, you have to maintain the changes in the local oscillator. Always it has to synchronize with the received carrier. So, to make that synchronization between the local oscillator and a received carrier, we are using additional circuitry called Costas loop. Or Costas receiver. What is this function? It will synchronize the local oscillator with the received carrier. Always the changes will happen in the local oscillator according to the received carrier signal. Means it makes a synchronization or a coherence between the both. Then you will get the faithful output. Are you getting my point or not? Now, here, what is the purpose of KA? I told sir. The purpose of KA is, depending upon the message signal, we will choose the KA value in such a manner that the product of this value should be less than or equal to 1. Mod of K into M of T value should be less than 1 or less than or equal to 1. Means, here this will give the modulation index. So the modulation index value should be less than 1 for what? For envelope detection. So Ka, the significance of amplitude sensitivity is to get the proper modulation index. Why to get the proper modulation index, sir? To get the proper modulation index, to demodulate by envelope detection. Why envelope detection, sir? Because simple and less cost. But here, the synchronous detector is working for what value of mu, sir? There is no constraint on the mu. Whatever may be the value of mu. If whatever may be the value of mu, there is no significance of amplitude sensitivity. So in the synchronous detection, no significance for Ka and its value is taken as 1. Are you understanding my point? Means you are preparing for the gate examination. So that's why you are listening my classes and you are concentrating on practicing the problems. Suppose if there is no need of writing the gate examination, no need of getting the admission in IIT, no need of getting job in the PSUs, then obviously no need of preparing for gate. Here my meaning is, what is the amplitude sensitivity is to get the proper value of modulation index to demodulate by envelope detection. But here no need of getting proper value of mu because it can work for any value of mu. So that's why no significance. No significance means its value is 1. Now this synchronous detection, I will explain you in 3 cases. First case, I will take you exactly the same local oscillator output with the original carrier. That is a perfect case I will show you. Later I will take a small phase change and frequency change. Then what is the things is happening and how much is output is decreasing. What is the quadrature null effect we will discuss. So first case is case 1. Local oscillator output is cos 2 pi fct. Means I can say this is perfect synchronization case. Got my point? Now take the first block. What is the first block? Multiplier. What is the multiplier output, sir? One input is the amplitude modulated signal, another from the local oscillator. What is the amplitude modulated signal, sir? AC into 1 plus Ka value 1. So m of t into cos 2 pi fct. What is the local oscillator output also? Same, perfect synchronization I told her. Then it will be AC into cos, cos square 2 pi fct plus AC into m of t into cos square 2 pi fct. We already known cos square can be written as a 1 plus cos 2a form. So this is AC by 2 plus AC by 2 into cos 4 pi fct plus here also cos square AC m of t by 2 plus AC m of t by 2 into cos 4 pi fct. Cos square is written as a 1 plus cos 2a. All these are given where low pass filter. Where to where we are designing low pass filter? Common. It is designing up to omega m, which is message signal bandwidth. Means it allows all the frequencies up to omega m. First one DC value, we can block by using capacitors. 2FC larger frequency blocked. Next one, if you see that is nothing but our m of t. So AC by 2 into m of t. Last term is m of t into cos 4 pi fct means 2fc. So m of t is shifted to 2fc. So that is also blocked because what is that? 2fc minus omega m to 2fc plus omega m. Even 2fc minus omega m also far away when compared with omega. So this is the low pass filter output in the perfect synchronization case. Even calculate the power also. Power means If any cost terms are there, RMS value whole square. If nothing cost terms are there, not there, simple, I can tell you the logic. Square the signal, you will get a power. Square the signal, you will get power. Got my point? Yeah. So this is the case. In the perfect synchronization, you got low pass filter output is AC by 2 m of t. Power is AC square by 4 into m square of t. M square means power of the message. Now, I will use these two as a reference. If any phase difference and frequency differences, how the output is varying, I will show you. Are you getting my point or not? Now see the second situation. If local oscillator output is cos 2 pi fct plus theta, where theta is the phase difference between received carrier and a local oscillator output, then what will happen? Let's see. Anyhow, what is the first block? We are having multiplier. So what is the multiplier output, student? Multiplier output is AC into 1 plus Ka into m of t cos 2 pi fct. Yes, I remember. Yes. Ka value is 1. No need of writing. Into cos 2 pi fct having phase difference of theta. It's a cos A into cos B formula. What is cos A cos B formula? Cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. This bigger means you can take this is A or this is anything is also no problem. 2 is not there, multiply and divide by 2. AC by 2 into 1. AC by 2. Here what you will get? Cos A plus B. What is the cos A plus B? Cos 4 pi fct plus theta plus cos A minus B. That is cos theta. Next. Multiplying with these terms. That is AC by 2 into cos A plus B. Cos 4 pi fct plus theta. Last term. AC by 2 into m of t into cos A minus B. Multiplying with m of t also. Here cos A cos B 2 terms will come. Here also 2 terms I multiplied. Cos A cos B means cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Where 2 is not there means multiply and divide by 2. What is the low pass filter output? Low pass filter output means this is a 2fc frequency. Theta means the phase difference between the carrier, original carrier and a local oscillator output. Original carrier and a local oscillator output. The phase difference may be 20 degree or 30 or 40 or 50. Are you getting my point or not? So whatever it may be, it is a constant. Constants we can block by using capacitors. Don't bother. This is m of t into 2fc. 2fc minus omega m to 2fc plus omega m. Very high compared to the low pass filter cutoff frequency blocked. Next is AC by 2 into cos theta constant, remaining is m of t only. So AC by 2 into m of t into cos theta. Now follow. For example, if the phase difference is 45 degree, then what is the low pass filter output? It is AC by 2 into m of t into cos 45 means 1 by root 2. Compare with the local oscillator output in the original case. Original case we got AC by 2 into m of t. Here AC by 2 into m of t 1 by root 2. So I can say output is decreases by ASS. Output decreases by 1 by root 2 times in terms of voltage. In terms of power, 1 by root 2 whole square, 1 by 2, 50%. Come write in terms of decibels. If you write in terms of voltage, 20 log 1 by root 2. If you write in terms of power, 10 log 1 by root 2 whole square. Then it will be output decreases by how many dBs? Getting my point? 20 log 1 by root 2 or 10 log 1 by 2? It will be 3 dB. 50% energy means 3 dB. You need to understand. So what is the point you got here? Whenever if you are having a phase difference of 45 degrees, output is decreases by 50%. In the similar manner, for example, if theta is 60 degree, then what about the low pass filter output is AC by 2 into m of t into cos 60 is 1 by 2. So I can say output is decreases by 6 dB. Means in the original case, if you are getting the 10 watts of output, in this case you will get a 5 watts of output. In this case 10 by 1 by 4, 2.5 watts of output. Now for example, if theta value is 90 degree, then low pass filter output is 0. This is called quadrature null effect. What is that? Quadrature null effect means when the phase is 90 degree, output is becoming 0. That is called quadrature null effect. Quadrature means 90. Means the demodulation of AM also affected by QNE if we are going for a synchronous detection. Got my point or not? Follow. Here, if you see the second situation, whenever if you are having any phase difference of theta, depending upon the theta value, output is decreasing or becoming 0. And how this theta is varying, we don't know. If you want to keep any proper amplifier also, because theta will be depending upon the noise. How the signal is affecting by the noise, we cannot predict. So we need to nullify that phase difference. So we are using Costas loop. If this value is 0, theta value, then we will get the same value. And objective questions and gate problems, they are asking based on the here. If the phase difference is 45 degrees, what will happen? 60 degrees, what will happen? 90 degree, what will happen? Like that. Got my point? Now, see the third situation. That is case 3. For example, if local oscillator output is having a frequency difference of delta F, where delta F is the frequency difference between the original carrier and the local oscillator output, then what is happening? What is the first block, sir? First block is multiplier. What is the multiplier output, sir? Multiplier output is one input is our amplitude modulated signal, another input is from the local oscillator. What is the amplitude modulated signal? AC into 1 plus m of t into cos 2 pi fct. What is the local oscillator output? Now having a frequency difference. Cos 2 pi into fc plus delta ft. Cos A, cos B formula 2 is not there, multiply and divide by 2. AC by 2. 1 into those two terms we have to multiply. What is the cos A plus B? Cos. Adding these two. Here 2fc, here also 2fc will come. So I can say 2 pi into 2fc plus delta ft. A minus B means 2fct to 2fct cancelled. Then you will get plus cos 2 pi into delta ft. Next, we need to multiply with m of t plus additional of m of t into cos 2 pi into 2fc plus delta ft plus m of t into cos 2 pi into delta ft. All these are given where, sir? All these are given to the low pass filter. Write the low pass filter output, sir, which is nothing but AC by 2 common. Now see the first term. What is the frequency? 2fc, very high when compared with the low pass filter cutoff frequency block. Delta F. What is the delta F, sir? The difference between local oscillator with the original carrier. Difference is generally small. If the difference is small, the angle is small, then cos of angle small you can approximate as a 1. 1 means a DC value. DC values you can block by using capacitors. Don't bother about it. Next, M of t multiplying with the 2FC means, are you following or not? Means M of t frequencies are shifting to 2FC as well as minus 2FC, means 2FC minus omega m to 2FC plus omega m. 2FC minus omega m also very large when compared with the low pass filter cutoff frequency omega m. So that is also blocked. The last term what is passing is M of t into cos 2 pi into delta f. Now here calculate the power. How we are calculating the power means cos term is there, RMS value whole square. What is the RMS value? Take amplitude, divide by root 2. So AC by 2 M of t amplitude divide by root 2 RMS square, RMS into 1 by R value let's take 1. So AC square M square of t by 2 square 4, 4 2s are 8. Now try to compare this power with the original case, means in the case 1, that is in the perfect synchronization case. In the perfect synchronization case, what is the power we got, sir? Try to check. AC square by 4 into M square of t we got. That is in the perfect synchronization case. In the previously we done. So when compared the power with the perfect synchronization case, how much decrement in the frequency difference case? 1 by 2. Power I am saying. Power 1 by 2 means I can say output decreases by output decreases by 50% or output decreases by 3 dB. So simple, you can remember, whenever any frequency difference is there, output decreases by 30 dB. Sorry, output decreases by 50% or 3 dB. Like in the 45 degrees case, 3 dB, 60 degrees case, 6 dB, 90 degrees case, total thing will be coming as 0. Quadrature null effect. Like we are having any frequency and phase differences, output will be decreases or becoming 0. To avoid that one, we need to synchronize the local oscillator with the received carrier. So complexity will increase, and how we are doing is by using the Costas loop. Synchronous detection is important. Clear?